Elmcreek right here playing Farming Simulator 22 on Elmcreek. We're currently working on rolling our 2 small fields here with the recent update to Farming Simulator, which just happened a couple of days ago, by the way. We can now see the rolling status on the filters screen here, and you can see both these fields need to be rolled. Finished up rolling fields 30 through 32 there. So those fields are all set up in a couple of little spots I'm not going to bother worrying about. Okay. Now fun part's turning around on this side of the field here. So yes, almost done rolling our fields, Evan. Again, these fields are planted, and at least per the in-game help, everyone, this is supposed to give us a yield bonus. Oh, I'm a little too close to that side. All right, person. You might not want to walk right there, just saying. Oh, well, okay, if you want to. But again, Evan, at least prior to this update, all the testing I have done, there is no yield bonus doing this. And I have, yes, I have tried rolling after the crops were planted. So just to be clear on that, I'm doing the same thing I was doing in my testing. And based on the numbers, everyone, there's really no yield bonus. So anyway, plan on probably running those tests here again. Again, I have not obviously created that video yet. But I'm going to run the tests here again with the update, see if this new update has changed anything or not. Just kind of curious to see if we can actually get a yield benefit from the roller. Because again, emphasis here, everyone, prior to the update, there was no benefit. Now, very well possible I was doing something wrong, everyone. Could very well be, but again, pretty much doing the same thing I'm doing here, so don't know. Anyway, that is it for that. We're going to fold this up here. And I think, everyone, we're about ready to skip some time, except for the fact I want to put up a couple more greenhouses. I believe everything else is taken care of here at this point. Again, I would definitely like what Giants has done with this screen here in the new update. You can now see the stones on the field, which I don't know how much of a benefit that is, to be honest. But, hey, at least you can see them. I'm assuming, well, actually, here's a good question. Why does it show 3? You got yellow, orange, and red. There's only 2 types of stones in the game, right? You got your small stones and your big stones, right? As far as I know. I don't know. Could be wrong on that. And I really can't tell on the map. That one appears to be orange there on 52. 57 looks kind of red to me, but then again, it could be orange as well. I would say it definitely looks different than 50. 50 is probably orange. Yeah, and 49 there looks like it's red. So I have no idea what the yellow is supposed to mean. I'm not entirely sure on that. Anyway, let's get this parked up here. We'll get a couple more greenhouses put up. Once we get the greenhouses put up, I'm probably going to be looking at just sleeping through the days here until we're probably ready to harvest here again. I don't think there's really anything else for us to do here at this point that I know of. 179,000. Yeah, we definitely got some money to put up a couple greenhouses. Might even see if I can extend this line out one more. See, maybe put one more there and... yeah, because again, these greenhouses seem to pay quite well. We've got room for one on this side. We might even have room for one on this side. We'll see once here. Let's go put up a couple more greenhouses here. Down to the construction. I don't know why. They got, like, more options here as if... yeah, I don't know why they did it this way. It just seems a little bizarre, if you ask me. Okay, we need production greenhouses. We're doing the large ones. Rotate those around. Try to get them in line with this one. Rotate just a little bit, maybe. There we go. Yep. Just trying to get them all squared away there. Okay. Place it right there. Works for me. And that one. That one. Do we got room for another one here? I think we do. I forget what that building is for there. One so. And do we got room for one back here? Doesn't look like that's going to get in the trees, isn't it? It says overlaps. It would be nice to actually maybe have a message that says, you know, trees or something like that are in the way. I'm actually going to get back out of it here, because then if I go back in, hopefully it'll have the greenhouse rotated back around. Oh, it does not. It saves the rotation. Well, how nice of it. Okay, fine. I was hoping if I exit the screen and go back in, it would reset the rotation. It does not appear to. Oh, well. Straight enough for me. Good enough for government work. Maybe I should put the water hydrant down first. Maybe I better do that, thinking about that. Let's go back to buildings. Let's see, was it, no, silos? Or silos. Nope, silo extensions, maybe? Nope, containers. Ah, here we go, water hydrant. Oh, probably about in there somewheres. Then we can place the greenhouse down. Okay. Looks like I must have had that water, well, actually, no, that water hydrant looks like it's about in line with the rest of them. Had to place this one back just a little bit further than the rest. Well, as long as it's close enough to work, everyone, we should be good. And, at least in my experience, this seems like it works pretty good. I'm not sure if there's an easier way or not. Basically, just go down the row here, filling them up, and you can refill the trailer at the same time. Speaking of trailers, everyone, there's now actually some additional trailers in the game here. They're not any bigger than our current one, and they're really not any cheaper. They're all under animals here, as soon as I find the animal category. We got 2 ABI water trailers now. So again, like I said, $3,000. I guess that one actually is fairly cheap, $3,000. And if you have it set up like this, to be honest, that one probably will work just as good, because you're not really transporting water very far. Anyway, that definitely took some money. I'm now up to 10 greenhouses, and like I said, they seem to pay quite well. At least hopefully they still doing it. Hopefully the update didn't change these too much. Probably end up just going down this entire row of one. All of them probably need to be filled. That way there's all of them in the same. Oh boy. Oops. A little close there. That way they're all the same water level. Basically all we're doing, we're just going to start down at the other end here, right at the first one. Unload water. And I wait for it to get down here just a little bit before we start refilling. Otherwise, it does refill faster than it empties. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but that's the way it works. Ooh, let's need some water, don't they? Okay, then hit the refill. As you can see, it refills faster than it empties out. How are we looking on the greenhouses here, speaking of which? That one's almost full of water. Okay, so they're about halfway. They're not actually that empty. Of course, the new one's empty, but... Again, we'll just let that almost empty out. And hit the refill. Speaking of greenhouses here, by the way, if we go back to the build category here under construction... let's see what's here. This one. This supplemental water tank helps you supply your greenhouses with water. Must be placed near a greenhouse. I'm actually going to try this thing, everyone. From what I've heard, it does not work. But, hey, we're going to give it a try, because I'm kind of curious myself, or see what happens. Doesn't actually hold... Back to this. Doesn't actually hold that much looking at this, does it? Nope, I don't want to do that. Silo extensions. 5,000, yeah, 5,000 liters. I mean, it's really not that much. Each one of these greenhouses holds, is it 20? I think it's 20,000 liters. Yeah, 20, just under 20,000 liters there. Oops. Let it empty out there completely. That tank is bigger than the tank out in front of these, so yeah, I don't know, whatever. I suppose, Evan, this thing cannot be filled, and if it can't be filled, it doesn't give any benefit, right? I mean, the capacity here on these greenhouses has not changed. A bunch of these are actually out. Should be one there. Okay, is that the one? That actually might be the one I'm filling. There we go. That's the one that has not been filled yet. Start overloading water. Not sure where the water's actually going. Oh, this is one of the empty ones. Okay. Yep, we're filling up that one there. I probably should like place that tank somewhere out here more of them where I don't have to worry about, am I filling the greenhouse or am I filling the tank? Back to the shop here. I believe it had a range on it, did it not? Silo extensions. Okay, it does not say. I believe there's another water tank somewhere else too, isn't there? Water tank, this water station can supply. Oh, that's actually probably, yeah, that's this one over here, isn't it? This one actually you can buy water from. Similar to the water hydrant. Okay, I think that's enough filling up a water on screen, Heaven. Let's go ahead and get these greenhouses set up. And let's see, I don't know if it really matters. Let's do tomatoes on this one. So we want to activate. Also want to change the output here to selling. And we'll do lettuce on this one. We'll do strawberries on that one. Just alternate everyone. Again, I'm sure, like with these crops here, there's probably not much difference in price between strawberries, lettuce, and tomatoes. Yes, one produces more than the other, but then I'm sure one sells for more than the other one too. So, again, like I said, when it comes to giants, they usually try to balance things out price-wise. So there's really no advantage of making one crop over another. Selling, distributing, and store. Oh. Distributing, huh? I did not realize that there's actually a third option on that. I wonder distributing. I wonder where that goes. Let's see. What are we on? We are on strawberries on that one. Oh, we got 2 strawberries. Okay, we'll do another lettuce here, I guess. Okay, and then the rest of these need water. So off camera, I'm going to go ahead and fill these up with water here, and we'll probably end up skipping some days here until crops are ready to harvest or something happens. Everyone. I wonder if I should check the weeds. Might end up with some weeds. I don't know, we'll see what's here. If we end up with weeds, Evan, we might come back. We'll deal with the weeds. Other than that, Evan, we're just going to skip time until something happens. Well, everyone, it's only been one day, and we're back here, and guess what? We got weeds. Doesn't actually surprise me. Did not plow our field or cultivate our field in any way, and it seems like plowing, or I believe it's also subsoiling helps to remove the weeds. Get GPS up here so I'm not just wandering all over the field here. The width on that appears to have the right width already, but anyway, there we go. That should be good. We're using, I believe this is the widest weeder in the game, everyone. We only have 50% weeds, so this should remove all the weeds. Also, I see our repair needs a little bit of help here. Let's, actually, the weeder's not too bad. We'll repair it anyway while we're here. I'm assuming the tractor the tractor needs some repair. Wow, $12,000. Okay. Yeah. That's just a little bit of money. Oh, want to hop out here and note one other thing here as well, everyone. If you get out here, our yield bonus currently is 68%, so really not that good if you ask me. Also, only 50% fertilized. Why is that? I thought we were fully fertilized on here. I guess we're not. Oh, and we're not over there. Wait, what? This is weird. I could declare when we were fully fertilized on that field. That is odd, because I definitely fertilized that thing, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Okay, well, noted, everyone, we need to get some fertilizer on these fields. That will definitely help our bonus here as well. Currently at 68%. I'm kind of curious to see once I went after removing these weeds if that'll go up at all or not. I'm assuming it will, but we'll find out. And then we'll better get some fertilizer on it here as well. That will definitely help. Still curious as to why we don't have fertilizer, because I thought we had fertilizer on these fields. In fact, yeah, because we bought fertilizer last episode to put on them, did we not? Might have to look at that now, everyone. Almost positive we had fertilizer on those fields. Maybe it was the episode before. And we definitely had a form of tillage in between fertilizer applications. Because I tried to make sure when I put it on, so hopefully it wouldn't interfere with the planter, which apparently either a layer got removed, everyone, a fertilizer, or something happened. Also, we got more weeds down in that strip there than we do the rest. That is interesting. Wonder why that is. Oh, okay, actually, you know what? I have an answer for that one. The planter caught up with the roller because the roller stopped at the one end. So we had a strip that was planted before being rolled. So again, I rolled my fields before planting and after planting. Because again, when you roll it, I'm going to get this up to seed bed prep, and that helps with the weeds. And then, of course, we rolled it again afterwards, which is supposed to give us a yield bonus, which, like I said, in my testing so far, everyone has resulted in a whole lot of nothing. Well, we'll finish up this field, and I'll maybe go throw this tractor on the other field with a hired worker there. And I'm going to grab the fertilizer spreader and/or maybe purchase a fertilizer spreader, to be honest, everyone. I've noted this before. I want to get the smaller but wider 3-point fertilizer spreader, 42 meters wide. So that'll make some very, very quick work on these fields. I wasn't planning on doing that until next season ever because I didn't think I would have to fertilize here again, but not the case apparently. I'm also curious, we'll see once we're done here, if this will bump up our yield bonus here, because again, we had 50% weeds. If I had known that, Evan, I probably would have weeded right after planting, but I wasn't sure if the weeds would show up or not. Should have known. I think this is the same thing I did last time around, and of course we had weeds, so yes, the weeds did show up. By the way, again, if you plow your fields, you will not get any weeds on your field. So kind of the advantage of plowing there, even though these fields do not need to be plowed, plowing them, no weeds. So you don't have to basically do what we're doing now. Although with that being said, everyone, the weeder here is much, much wider than a plow. So probably quicker to weed it, to be honest, than it is to plow. Okay, and again, everyone, it is taking care of all the weeds. Go back behind here. No weeds. Oh, and the yield bonus is going up. 78%. Let's go see what it is on these other fields over here. Should end up with a little bit better number here. Again, as I noted before, everyone, it takes the average for the area around it. So yeah, 78%. That is the number, and fertilized is 50%. So let's get some fertilizer on these fields here a minute. Let's see, 7810. Probably should have put the 7810 on the weeder, but we could probably pull the fertilizer spread over this tractor. We might have to throw a weight on the front. We'll see what's here. Let's see how heavy that is on the front of this back of this tractor. It's not actually, you can probably throw it on the front too, right? I mean, got the front 3-point. Down to the shop we go. I think it's only like, what, $20,000, $30,000 for that spreader. We definitely have enough money for that. Speaking of money, Evan, how are we looking on our greenhouses here? Greenhouses, well, only 13,000 for August. That's kind of weird. I'm not sure why it went down. We had 16,000, 17,000. Wow, that's actually quite a bit higher. We're up to 6,000 here so far for September. Again, once we skip the Evan, that should bump up. It creates money. We earn money throughout the day as it goes on. So and we put up was it 5 new greenhouses. We had what, 5 to start with. Now we got 10 total. Okay, actually, anything interesting for sale? There is a sunflower head, but I don't think we need one of those. Okay, never mind. Off to the fertilizer spreaders we go. One Amazon ZATS 3200, 42 meter spread width. Sounds pretty good to me. We'll take one. And might as well grab some fertilizer while we're here. How about just 2 bags? That should be more than enough to fill it, I would think. That's, of course, going to be the one disadvantage of this spreader one. Doesn't hold as much fertilizer But then again, you don't go through fertilizer quite as quick as you go through like lime or something like that. And this does not do lime, by the way. So even if you buy this, Evan, you still have to have the one of the other spreaders to be able to put lime down. Okay, it looks like we could probably hold one more yet. So I'm actually going to go buy one more pallet of fertilizer here, just so we can be fully topped off. And then we'll go spread the main farms. And happen to know everyone on the main farms here, this spreader is wide enough to cover the entire field in one pass. Just because I've happened to have been using this spreader here for my testing purposes. And I definitely have fertilized these fields here more than a couple of times here now so far for this particular spreader. As long as you get it lined up right, like I said, it'll cover the entire field, one pass, done. And I'm curious to see what kind of a yield bonus we get now. Also, what needs to be repaired? Tractor, I presume? It'd be helpful, Evan, if the repair bar would actually like tell you what needs to be repaired. Just obviously low, but what? The spreader? I hope it's not the spreader. We just bought it, right? So presumably it's the tractor that needs to be repaired. And yes, it's a little light in front of the tractor, isn't it? Okay. Notice that one's steering there. Definitely need it differently because that width is not right. Okay, I'm going to bump that down here just a little bit because I know the field by the barn there is just a little bit wider than this one. And also, let's check the tractor. Tractor needs to be repaired. Yes, it does. Another almost $10,000. Thought Giant said they adjusted the repair costs. Of course, then again, they didn't say if they adjusted it up or down. Definitely doesn't seem like it's going down at all. Don't seem like it's gone up either, so I'm not sure exactly what they did to the repair costs. Okay, and hopefully this is working. I want to know why not. If I turn off the mulched, yep, we can see we got full fertilizer now. Excellent. Still a little confused, Evan, as to why we did not get the full fertilizer here last time around. Seems like, if I remember correctly, I think we didn't have full fertilizer last time either. So I definitely need to do something a little bit different here when it comes to fertilizer, apparently. There we go. Our yield bonus is plus 100%. So, I mean, that seems decent enough, everyone. The question is, did the rolling actually help? I guess what we should have done, Evan, is I should have checked the yield bonus before and after rolling. See what it was before rolling, and then see what it was after rolling. So between fertilizing and removing weeds, everyone, we gained, what is that, an additional 32% in yield. A little bit interesting with the sound there. Sounds like it's echoing off the buildings. We might have to see one. Like I was saying, we might want to wait on this tractor. Don't think it matters with the weeds here. We're just going to go ahead and fertilize. That shouldn't make a difference. We'll make a pass on the headline here as well. I think I had told you folks last time around we had to remove weeds. I still have the small weeder yet. And let's just say when that was taking forever. Oh my goodness. So that's why I went and purchased the larger weeder here. I think I did that between one of the episodes here, a few episodes back. It was just so cost prohibitive, or well, time prohibitive, I should say. Like, oh man, this is just not working. We need to do something quicker here. And actually ran 2 weeders on this field here for just a little bit. Had the small one going, and then it had the brand new one we just purchased there going as well. And that got the job done a little bit quicker, as it probably should. A reminder, by the way, if you'd like to join us in on the RDAllen multiplayer servers, that information again down below in the description there. Anyone is welcome to join as long as you can play nicely and follow the rules. I have to shift that over a little more yet. So again, everyone, if you want to join, we ask that you please join us in on the RDAllen Teampseak server. Again, the RDAllen Teamspeak server information is down below in the description of this video. Yes, look at that one pass. 42 meters wide. I will take it. Yes, saving content. Looks like we got a couple weeds we're going to have to take care of here. Again, I'm not sure I'm big on the green color here because it just reminds me of the growing as well. I don't know, it seems like it could be a little confusing between the growing and the weeds here, but I guess as long as you pay attention to what screen you're on, it should be fine. Okay, we'll read some comments here a moment. Killen was saying, not sure what the update fixed, but it sure broke the pallets. Yes, I've heard that. A lot of people complaining about the pallets being broken here in the game now. And speaking of which, Evan, that reminds me, we should probably maybe go check on the bees here. Maybe we'll get done with this pass and we'll go look and see what the pallets on the bees look like there. I'm presuming, everyone, once we get rid of the pallets that were here before the update, the new pallets that spawn will hopefully be better. I'm not sure what Giants did with the pallets. I don't believe there's anything in the changelog about pallets that I recall. Speaking of the changelog, everyone, there's definitely a lot more changes to the game than what the changelog indicates. There's lots and lots of little things that change that, like I said, they didn't really put in the log. Hetro was saying, did you see that the new patch will now tell you that weeds will grow in your field after planting on the field? And he said, also great video. Hey, thank you very much for that. No, I did not see that. I will have to pay closer attention to that. And if I had, maybe this would not have happened here. And not to mention this strip of weeds here that I'm not going to be able to get rid of with my current equipment wouldn't have happened. Because again, if I would have taken care of the weeds right away, those weeds would not have been there. Speaking of weeds, that looks like an awful lot of weeds. Okay, it doesn't actually tell me on this screen. Okay, it used to tell you on the screen here, everyone, how many weeds you had here. It doesn't anymore, does it? I'm also not sure what the brown is about. Like, brown, what's that supposed to mean? No idea. Oh, anyway, back to fertilizing. Magnus was saying you can't change the 9RT from EU to US here yet, so apparently they didn't fix that in the update, which is kind of too bad. It would be nice if they would actually add a US option for that tractor. He was also saying, I hope they fix the John Deere 4755 to a US made one, because I'm not bashing Giants. They have done a great job with the grain, and great video as always. Hey, thank you very much for that there, Magnus. Well, but I can't say that I'm not bashing Giants, because, again, I'll reiterate what I've said before. I think this is probably the worst release in Farming Simulator history as far as the Farming Simulator games go. Just the amount of little bugs and problems and errors and, yeah, Giants, everyone, like I said before, did not do a good job. In fact, maybe didn't do their job at all when it comes to, like, actually, like, testing and play testing the game to make sure it functions, right, everyone? And I don't know. Personally, I don't like that, everyone. I think Giants needed to have done a better job on that, if you ask me. I don't think releasing it in the state it was in, everyone, was acceptable, in my opinion. And again, not to say this is not a bad game. I mean, it's definitely a good game. It's just Giants has screwed up an awful lot of things, or left a lot of things screwed up, or something like that. That, again, should have been fixed before release, if you ask me. Flying Monk was saying my rocks will not go away by the stone picker, the roller, or by turning them off. I'm pretty sure my game is glitched. It literally looks like I'm growing rocks with the amount I have in my field. One thing I will note here, Flying Monk makes an interesting point. He says if I turn the rocks off, he still has rocks. We've noticed that on the multiplayer server as well, but if you turn off rocks, it seems like you still end up with rocks, yeah. So I don't know, either A, the option for turning off the rocks doesn't work, or one, you turn off the rocks, you're still going to end up with rocks. It just does not actually affect your equipment. Because again, when the rocks really only affect the equipment. A little bit lined up with GPS here. Yeah, that should be plenty. 42 meters wide here. So again, like I said, even on multiplayer, when turning off rocks, you still have rocks on the field. And as far as I know, we weren't able to pick the rocks up here yet using a stone picker. So we finally got sick of looking at the rocks and picked some of them up. And like I said, we were still able to pick them up yet, fortunately. Ethan was saying, I was thinking of American and Euro Truck Simulator in particular. Bad mods there will really mess up the game. Never done any modding myself, but Maya, you say, I have a full Autodesk suit for my day job. Well, hey, you got the full Autodesk suit. There you go. From my understanding, again, when it comes to modding for this game, Maya is kind of the program you want to use. That is the one that is fully supported by the Giants exporter. Blender, everyone, is like only partly supported, unless things have changed. I'm not sure. Maybe they haven't. There was, I believe it was a community-released exporter. I don't believe it was a Giants exporter. I believe someone in the community actually made a exporter for Blender that was actually, I don't know, fully supported, or at least supported a lot more functions than what the normal Giants Blender exporter supported. Let's see what's here. Yeah, I want that line right there. And yes, we're fertilizing the weeds, but I don't think that'll make a difference. Speaking of which, let's double check this here. Oh yeah, looking pretty good. Okay, well, and I just looked down at the time here and realized it is time to wrap it up here for this episode, Ernie. Wow. I guess when you're having fun removing weeds and fertilizing fields, time goes fast here, right? Oh boy. I think we're right in line here with the weeder, aren't we? Oh well. Anyway, like I said, we're going to wrap it up here. So again, everyone, thanks for watching. Comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And until next time.